Mobile sports betting is finally legal in Ohio. Well, it has been since January. BetQL wants to help you make the most informed bets possible. Get all of today's best bets by heading to BetQL.com or just download the BetQL app. Claim your free 3-day trial today. BetQL.com/news/923 The Fan. That's where you can get all those exclusive sportsbook offers.
All right, Daryl, let's hand out some game balls, and we're going to play. Why don't you set the rules on this? Because it was kind of your idea, and I liked it. You set the rules on game ball.
We're going to each give out 3 game balls. We're going to alternate. So,
okay.
You can start or I can start. But here's the thing. We can't give out a game ball to the same guy. So 6 players are getting game balls from us. And you are more than welcome to explain why you're giving them the game balls. But that's I think how we should do this. Each of us gives out a game ball, but we alternate. And again, we can't repeat so that we ensure.
So is it snake chart though? Is it snake chart? I got to ask you that. So like if you do number 1, do you get 2 and 3?
No. I give 1, then you give 1. Then I give 1, then you give 1, then I give 1, you give 1.
All right. I don't think that's fair. I think we should snake chart, but we'll worry about that.
I think we should alternate. I think it makes it more fun.
This is like playing euchre, though, and you know
exactly. Again, it adds an.
All right, so every other show, then following a game, we'll do this, but someone gets the lead. Different person gets the lead.
Correct. So I will allow you to do the honors and give out the first game ball of It's Always Game Day in Cleveland, because I think the Browns, we're going to be doing this a lot now. So go ahead. First game ball from Browns 33, Ravens 31.
All right, I'm going to give out my first game ball to the person who I was praising yesterday after the game. It's Wyatt Teller. And Wyatt Teller gets his game ball because he recovered the fumble from Deshaun on the final drive. He also had a great game. The offensive line really came through with 2 brand new left tackles. Sure, you had some tight ends that were coming in there to help out and make sure they were good. But I'm going to give my very first game ball to offensive lineman Wyatt Teller. Congratulations, you win a fictitious air ball or game ball that is full of air. That's all you get. That's 1. Wyatt Teller.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm going Dustin Hopkins because kickers are
that was easy.
Too.
Come on. That was easy.
I know it's an easy one, and that's why I'm taking it. It's an easy one. He has been magnificent this year for the Browns. He leads the NFL in field goals made with 24. He leads the NFL in scoring. I think he's got 84 points. He's tied for the most 50-yard field goals, and he bounced back from a critical mistake, missing the PAT after Greg Newsome's pick 6, and he comes back and he nails the game winner 40 yards out. Plus, let's not forget, he basically accounted for all the first half scoring for the Browns too. So Dustin Hopkins, game ball for me.
All right, Dustin Hopkins. So we're 2 in, Wyatt Teller, Dustin Hopkins. I think I'd like to give all the running backs a game ball. And I think it's really easy to give Jerome Ford the game ball because he had 107 yards. I'm giving the game ball in a weird instance here to our number 3 running back. That's Kareem Hunt. He only had 32 yards, but he did score a touchdown for the 5th week in a row. He did have 10 carries, but every week I watched Kareem Hunt play and come back. He is much more in game shape than he was, obviously, in the beginning of the season. I talk about this all the time. He was working out at Willoughby South, 3 months ago, and didn't have camp, came in, fan favorite as always. Kareem has been rock solid all year. He got the touchdown, but the biggest reason I give him the game ball is that cat always falls forward, man. He always falls forward, and I appreciate that for his effort and for what he did and moved perfectly forward all the time. So Kareem Hunt, game ball number 2.
My second game ball is going to a man who came away with his first career interception and turned it into points. Greg Newsome II. I think he's the best nickel corner, at least at worst, one of the best nickel corners in the National Football League. The opponent's passer ratings like in the single digits when throwing in Greg Newsome's direction this season. He's just phenomenal. But that pick 6 after the demoralizing James Prochet muffed punt, and then Gus Edwards ran it in for a touchdown. It was 34-17. It felt like the life had been sucked out of the team. Nope. Greg Newsome, wasn't having it. Comes back. He gets that interception that actually should have tied the game. It didn't, but I felt like that was such a big game-changing play for the Cleveland Browns, and good for Greg to finally get his first NFL pick, and it is a pick six.
I'm torn because I really
This is your last one.
I know. I
Make it
want to
count.
give Obo Okoronkwo a game ball. I will give him one down the road. I'm going to give this one because not a lot of people have been talking about it. Jordan Elliott. He gets it because he is the Justin Tucker stopper. The stopper with the hand that came up to block that kick. That's right. It was 17-6, and he was trying for a 55-yard field goal, and Justin Tucker felt the wrath of Jordan Elliott. So, Jordan, I got to tell you, congratulations on your success and the way you're playing right now. And I think things are going well for you, and I'm really happy for you. So, Jordan, big guy, you get a game ball. That's number 3.
My third game ball is tough to give out because I want to give it to Jerome Ford, who had 107 yards rushing.
We both did. I easily can give him one.
I want to give one to David Njoku because I just think he's just damn good at what he does, and he doesn't get a lot of credit because he doesn't put up the numbers that guys like Travis Kelce put up, right? But
here it comes, the easy one. You're going to give the big one out. I know you are.
This has to be a layup.
It is.
Gutted it out. Came back on the bum ankle, had a huge 16-yard scramble on that final drive. 14 for 14 in the second half after being just absolutely abysmal in the first half. I mean, this guy was absolutely getting torched on social media for that first half. Hell, he was getting torched after his second pass of the day.
You know what we could do?
Is going to number 4, Deshaun Watson. That's why the Cleveland Browns paid $230 million and gave the Houston Texans 6 draft picks so that he could go into places like Baltimore and march the Browns down for a game-winning drive, 12 plays, 58 yards. And like I said, he had a huge 16-yard scramble on a bad ankle, and he gutted it out, toughed it out. So Deshaun Watson gets my third and final game ball. Look, Jerome Ford, David Njoku, I love you both. Gonna have plenty.
We didn't even give
you guys.
We didn't even give Myles Garrett a game ball.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he was a game changer too. I mean, he really was. That half sack and then the full sack.
I know.
But you know what? I like giving game balls out to guys that don't get all the attention. One big play here, one big play there. Guys that change the game without having all the hype. But I mean, you can't. It's hard not to look at stats and say Myles Garrett leads the league in sacks, right? With 11.
I have a feeling we're going to have an opportunity to give Myles Garrett a game ball here at some point.
All right. Are we giving Kevin Stefanski? Do the coaches get anything honorary or no?
No. We
get paychecks. That's all they get.
You could have given Kevin one of your 3 game balls, but you went with Wyatt Teller, Kareem Hunt, and Jordan Elliott, and I went with Dustin Hopkins, Greg Newsome, and Deshaun Watson.
I think in the future, if you want to hit us up on social media on Sunday night right after the game, send us your game balls, and we'll read them off here. Let's do that. Fantastic. Let's get this interactive, man. Let's have some people with our game ball situation here. Maybe we'll even come up with a better name with it. But I loved it. It's all a part of It's Always Game Day in Cleveland. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some history, and we want to talk more about the injuries for the Browns as they head into this next game. It is officially turn the page time. It is Steelers week. It's Always Game Day in Cleveland.